Probably one of my least used planes so far. This is my number 3. So I figured I'd give it a chance, and I tuned her up. Got her really sharpened. Put a couple of wedges under that profile that I put in there to keep this level. And set her up for a really fine cut. I've always found it a little bit small for my hand, but if I use it more like if I hold it more like a wooden plane. Ow! Just don't let your baby finger hang down the bottom. I'm trying to get as fine a shaving as I can off of here. Mainly because the grain direction really changes on this ash and it's really stringy. Don't want any tear out on here. Get a very nice full width shaving on there, and about as fine as I can get. Once again, it's not the shaving that I'm looking for, it's the surface I'm leaving behind. You can see that's almost reflecting like glass. Get the direct sunlight. No, it doesn't show up as well. And there's still a few wee little spots. There's one right there, one right there, but that could be, they look like rays in the grain, where it's not quite as shiny. But I think that is probably better than you're going to get with any piece of sandpaper. Yeah, we're getting it now. I'm getting down to the last little bits of cleaning things up. We're getting them pretty close to a finished state. There'll be a little bit more to do yet. Let's take this. This is the last piece. After this one is done, it's time to do the top. Oh, there we go. All the components. Now to do the top. This is the underside, so I'm not overly concerned with it. No matter which way you go, you're going to go against the grain somewhere on this. It's pretty wild in places. I don't know if you can see it. I can see a little bit of tear out here. So I'm just going with the grain as much as I can because it changes a lot. I'm skewing my blade and just taking some very light cuts to I'm going to give you a little bit lower angle so you can see where the tear out's happening there. That just, no matter what way I want to go, it just seems to happen. So I've got some 220. You can see that's taking it out quite nicely there. So we'll do a bunch more of that. A little bit rougher surface than the planer, but hand planing is always smoother, but we'll have to live with that, I guess. Have to live with some newfangled technology instead of the old-fashioned way. So you don't want to see me sanding because it's boring. I'll get it done and we'll be back. So the machine sanding seemed to do a decent job of getting those little bits of tear out. I always like to go over it with my hand with a block. And again with 220. And for no other reason than I have a lot of it, so you use what you got. And I'll also go around the edges. And we'll get the top all blocked out here. We still have some joinery to do, but we can get a head start on the finishing process, I'm sure. We'll put down a nice padded mat because we're going to put the show side down on top of the table saw because I can slide it out of the way. Bit of a cleanup. We'll hit it with a tack rag. Step 1 of the process. Boiled linseed oil, modern variant, so wear a glove. It's got metallic dryers in it. That could be harmful to you. And if you live in California, it might give you cancer. So we're going to give it a coat of boiled linseed oil. And we're going to give it another one tomorrow. And we'll start with the underside. I'm using a paper towel because I can throw it in the fireplace. And that way I don't have to worry about spontaneous combustion as it dries. And just give it a nice quick coat of nice thin coat of boiled linseed oil. And I'll give this side a coat of boiled linseed oil. Make sure we get the edge as well. A nice even coat, Why does that ever bring the grain out? And that's why I'm using it. Well, that should do it till tomorrow.